Sales is all about transitions. So it's a series of transitions from the greeting to the credit card or to the button up actually. So if you don't know this, make sure you write this down. The sales process, what that is the greeting, the introduction, where you meet the customer, gather information. Basically, this is where you're asking questions to see if your product would be a good fit to solve one of your customers' problems. And then if you think it is, you move to the next step where it's building value, the presentation, where you explain how your product can help solve this customer's problem, how it's going to be beneficial to them. Then you ask for the sale. You'd be surprised how many salespeople don't ask for the sale, and you're never going to close any deals if you don't ask. You close that deal up, get it in writing, get that credit card, and then you button up. You make sure this deal isn't going to unwind. They're not going to have buyer's remorse, and you get some referrals. So I'll do videos on every step in the sales process, but just make sure you know that this is the sales process. The transitions need to be seamless, undetectable to the customer. So you need to move from greeting to gathering intel to building value to asking for the sale, blah, 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 and make sure that it's seamless. They can't tell, oh, now he's moving to the next step in the process. You need to make sure it's smooth, and you do this by practicing, getting out there, making a lot of calls, tweaking your pitch, finding what works, what doesn't. You need to keep your intention. You need to keep this sale moving. A good way to think about it, say there was a long hallway. You enter at this end of the hallway, and there's doors on the right and left side of this hallway. You need to take them by the hand and lead them all the way to the end of this hallway, and there's a door at the end, and that is closing the deal. You can't let them get off track. You need to have your intention. So the way you do this is by taking control. You don't ask to progress the sale, you just keep it moving and make them stop you. So if they have an objection or concern, they're gonna stop you and ask you that question. And if they do stop you, you need to treat that objection as a complaint, and you need to make sure you smile. So every time someone hits you with an objection, smile. Great, no problem, I can handle that. And then treat it like a complaint. What that means is, okay, so say someone goes, oh, well, this sounds like it's gonna be really expensive. Just say, oh, well, you'll love the price anyway, keep it moving. Boom, ask them a question. Oh, well, you know, I have actually, I think I'm gonna do a business call in 10 minutes, whatever. Oh, I'm almost done, no problem. Just treat it as a complaint. Even at the end of the sale, treat it as a complaint. If you do drop the price and they're like, oh, this price is too high, just be like, oh yeah, all my customers say that. You know, everyone thinks this price is too high, but it's a great product, so they all do it anyway. So I'm sure you'll be able to fit it in your budget. And you need to be able to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You are a salesman. You need to accept that and get comfortable being uncomfortable. Get comfortable being pushy. Get comfortable, you know, fighting a little bit, throwing some haymakers. Because if you're like, oh my goodness, I don't want to be pushy, then every time it happens, you're just gonna feel uncomfortable. You're not gonna close deals. If you can get to the point where you can keep hammering the objections and coming back and just get completely comfortable in the discomfort that most people try to avoid, you're gonna close so many more deals. It makes you almost an unstoppable salesman. So get comfortable being uncomfortable. And sometimes if your transitions are smooth and you go through the whole process perfect, you're not even gonna have any objections at the end. You're gonna say, you know, it's time for the credit card, and they're gonna say, great, you know, boom. And the way you do that is with each transition, you need to build energy. So if you can build from the greeting to the discovery to the presentation, when you ask for the sale, it's almost gonna be like a climax. So you can think of it like having sex, and everything's going smoothly. You're probably not gonna wanna stop at the end. You're gonna want that release. It's the same thing in sales. If you're doing good and you progress the sale the right way, when it comes to the end, there's gonna be so much energy built up. They're gonna want to give you the credit card. They're gonna want to do that deal because you built enough energy. All about transitions, and if you can move smoothly enough from the greeting to the button up, you're gonna close a lot of deals.